checked in to the Palazzo at the Venetian in Las Vegas. We are here for 3 days. This is a city break, no kids. So...
Kids are at home with grandma.
Yes, the Venetian is amazing. There's just obviously so much to do in Vegas. So super excited to be here and show you guys everything that we are doing. You know, as we were flying here and talking about the trip, we were thinking about just travel in general, like travel us as a couple. We have been traveling for a very long time. We did a lot of travel before kids, then we did lots of family travel with the kids little, and now we're starting to do some more travel, just the two of us.
So much easier.
It's much easier. We were thinking though, as we go, we'll talk about what travel means to us and how we do it and what the challenges are when we travel as a couple.
And stay married.
Yes, but we're also gonna have some fun. Right now we're just getting settled in the room, and we are going to find somewhere really nice for dinner because there is just an absurd amount of restaurants here.
The Venetian boasts 63 restaurants
just between the Venetian and the Palazzo. So we're gonna choose a good one, hopefully, and bring you along with us and all the other things that we do in Vegas for this next 3 days. I'm gonna show you our room that we have just arrived in. Here we go. This is a king suite at the Palazzo. This place is huge. So we've got our own seating area, which is amazing. And we're gonna watch the game. Bathroom is something spectacular. How nice is this? I love a luxurious bathroom. Love it. So excited to be here and check out our view. Look at that. It's the sphere at the Venetian. It's mesmerizing. We are here at Chica's, which is like a Venezuelan restaurant. We're waiting for our food, and so we found this list of questions about traveling as a couple and preferences and stuff. So we're gonna go through and answer these questions and see what we come up with.
Just some of the differences between our travel styles, which you may have as well with your partner, whoever you travel with. So the first one is, who's more likely to forget something important? And I don't know on that. I mean, I did forget something today. We had to go back.
You forgot your sunglasses.
Yes, but does that qualify as important?
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll give that one to me.
So
I'll
it's gonna
say,
be you. You're gonna be more likely.
Because the next one's definitely you. Who takes longer to get ready?
Oh, yeah.
It's not even close.
No contest there. True for most couples.
That's probably, yeah. Who's better at navigating?
Navigating.
This one's tough because I normally drive and you navigate, so I rarely navigate. Yeah. Really, GPS saved our marriage.
I was actually gonna say that exact thing because we traveled before GPS was a thing. So we would be navigating by actual map. Remember in Rome?
Oh, Rome was the worst.
And we were navigating Rome, we could not find our way. And suddenly we got into this area that there were no other cars. And then we realized we're like, actually, we are literally the only car.
Yes.
We had driven into a pedestrian piazza and we were driving around there.
So maybe no one gets navigated. Yeah. Who's more likely to overpack?
Probably me. Because you need to have different pairs of shoes with each
Well, and what we have found is that even when we pack light, we bring more stuff than we need. Like, I think most people would probably agree that they don't use everything in their bag. But yeah, you definitely overpack compared to me. Fancy dining versus casual comfort. This one's easy. Okay, I much more prefer casual dining.
I think I like both. It just totally depends on the occasion. I don't think that I could really say.
Any of the men watching will just definitely agree and say they don't like to overpay for less food. Some of the best food Kim and I have ever had traveling has been like in Italy, in small, unassuming restaurants. Best food that I've ever had. Priced well, but fantastic food, cheap wine.
I agree.
Next one is, who's more adventurous with food? Definitely Kim. Definitely you. I was basically raised on farmers' food, so meat, potatoes, but I've gotten better.
You have expanded your palate for sure.
We have argued for years about paying for business class on flying. And I am of the opinion that it is a waste of money. Now, let's say business class is $4,000 instead of $1,000 for a flight. So 4 times the cost. Would you suffer for those 10 hours and then have someone give you $3,000 at the end of it, or have business class?
Well, if we're talking about a long haul overnight flight, and this is not something that we are currently in a position to do regularly, but that is my dream.
But when we hit the ground, as cramped up as I am, and I'm 6'1", so I don't fit easily in plane seats, but I'll take the $3,000 to spend on whatever I want when I get there. And easier when we don't have the kids, so we're not multiplying everything by 4. Although I did say they could sit in coach and we could be up front.
Here we are in the Grand Canal shops in the Venetian, and there are so many amazing stores here. All these high-end designer shops, Blanc store,
Kate Spade, Louis Vuitton,
yes,
Yves Saint Laurent.
Yeah, it's very glitzy, very high-end, and it's really fun to walk around. Shopping is a really big part of travel for most people, right?
When we spend time in London or Paris, like I love picking up a suit. In fact, what I love is when someone says, "That's a nice suit, where'd you get it?" And I can say, "Oh, this whole thing, I got it in Paris."
You're more into souvenir shopping. I would rather have the memories. Like I would rather go to a show, rather have experiences, like do stuff.
I like a good market though.
I like a food market. I like a good food market.
Yeah.
If it's like a proper, like a farmer's market where you can actually get local stuff.
Yeah. Let's say that someone was to give us a $100,000 gift card. You have to spend it here. What shops are you going to?
Oh, right. Here, there's so many shops here.
Yeah.
I do love Mont Blanc. Like I would love to have a really nice
Over Kate
Mont
Spade?
Blanc pen. Well, I mean, if I've got 100,000.
The watches in Mont Blanc are quite nice as well.
And a really great bag. I'd love a Louis Vuitton handbag. That would be nice.
Yeah, I would maybe tailored suit would be nice. I've never had one like completely tailored.
Custom tailored to you.
That
would be cool. I like admiring the stuff that's in these nice shops, but as far as like actually buying it, investing, like taking my money and buying stuff, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe 100,000 is too much. Yeah. Anyway, let us know what you would buy. What are we missing? Like here we're in Vegas, maybe there's something that we don't know about that we should be putting our money towards.
Good question.
Yeah, maybe there's a car dealership here. I don't know, that we could go and buy ourselves a nice car.
We just sat down to have some lunch. We chose this little restaurant that's right beside the canal. We thought that this would be the perfect opportunity to do this or that quiz where we check on how well we know each of our preferences, because when you're traveling with your partner or really with anyone, there's definitely going to be compromises that will need to be made, and you might not always agree on everything, but it's important to at least know what your traveling partner's preferences are. So that's what we're going to go through and see how well we know each other.
So luxury suite or boutique hotel?
I love both of these actually. I guess if I had to choose the big luxury hotel, and that might be because that's where we are right now, and I'm quite enjoying it. I do love a hotel that's got like a lot of stuff to do, lots of pools, and there's the spa, and there's just a lot of stuff to do. Kind of depends on the city and the vibe of the trip, so I don't want to say that I don't like a boutique hotel, but I kind of like both.
This next one is relaxing spa day or adventure-packed itinerary.
This is not one that I'm having a conflict with. Relaxing spa day, definitely my preference. I'm not really big into adventure travel. You'll never see me ziplining or bungee jumping or doing any of that kind of stuff. Not that I don't like going out, like doing some active things, like going out for walks. When we were in Scotland, going golfing and that kind of thing, I love that stuff.
Early morning flight versus the red eye.
Both of these are awful. I don't like doing either of those. Yes. Because I'm more of a morning person, I think the early morning flight works better with my schedule. I absolutely hate trying to sleep on a plane, and I hate the feeling of getting off a plane after it's been like all night. First question is buffet or a la carte? Okay, so this one's easy for me. I love a buffet. We've been to Vegas before, but never since COVID. And so a lot of the buffets have closed down, and the ones that still are available, you need reservations apparently. Or, much in the spirit of Disney, you could buy a pass, go past the line, which was equal to the amount of the buffet itself. So we decided not to do that. Because much as I love buffets, I refuse to spend that kind of money on a buffet. But yeah, I'll take the buffet. I love the choice, the quantity, even if sometimes the quality isn't as great, although I have found in the past, Vegas quality is still pretty good. I would prefer to have like a menu selection, although I don't hate a buffet, and especially when we are traveling with the boys, a buffet is nice because it gives good selection. Quite often it's half price for kids. Yeah. So I'm a big fan of the buffet for that reason as well. Fancy cocktail bar or cozy pub? Not much into the cocktail scene, so I will take a pub pretty much anytime. I don't mind getting dressed up. I think that's kind of fun once in a while. Most of the time, I got to go for the pub. What do you think my answer is for this? I think you're going to be about 50-50 on this one. Yeah, I think it might be. Although I think probably prefer the pub atmosphere a little bit more as like a regular. Big city getaway or remote island retreat? Retreat sounds really nice, especially if you work a job that you're really busy at, the idea of just getting away. We have done vacations where we go to like beach, and neither of us really like just hanging out on the beach. If I had to choose, I'd go city. I like doing the sights of the city, live shows, just the vibe of big cities and the buzz. That is definitely what I thought you would choose. I know you're not much of a beach person. It gets a bit boring, right? I do like, especially with the kids, like going to the ocean and stuff like that is a lot of fun. But I think if I had to choose one or the other, I would go with the city. What do you think I would choose? I think you'd go city as well. Yeah, I like the idea of having a little bit of R&R, like a restful vacation every now and then. But definitely 9 times out of 10, I would rather
rather go
Like
and
the
do
idea.
something fun at a city.
There's something romantic about hanging out, quiet, enjoying, reading books, that sort of thing. But I think I just get bored too quickly.
Last question is spontaneous trips or planned itineraries?
So you would say for me spontaneous, and I would say for you planned, right? I think
I think that's the way I would shake it.
and I think that actually works. I mean, no, it doesn't always work when, like, if I want to go to buffet and you want to go to a la carte, those are not reconcilable. But you planning doesn't stop me from being spontaneous, as long as it's not over planned. Some level of planning is necessary in order to not miss out. Like, there's nothing worse than being at a place for a week or even a few days, and just before you're leaving, you realize that there's 2 or 3 things that you'd love to have done, but you didn't plan in advance. When we were in San Francisco, we wanted to go to Alcatraz, but we had not made reservations, and we weren't able to go. So I don't think you'll ever get me to say I prefer the planned itinerary, but I do see the value in it that I didn't see maybe years ago.
Yeah, and me, I like a planned itinerary. I love a good plan. I make a lot of lists. I like to do a lot of research ahead of time for a trip, just to try and make it the best experience possible. Yeah, it's a good combo. You are a bit more of the spontaneity, and I'm a bit more of the plan. You want to plan, but not so obsessively plan. I try not to be obsessive when I plan things, to leave room for spontaneity.
Yeah, and overplanning can mean you don't get to see some stuff that you want to see as well.
We are here in the Juliet Lounge in the Venetian. It's one of the many bars and lounges here in the casino, and it's pretty cool. We have cocktails. Here's mine. Ken's was presented. It came out of this. It's like a treasure box with like dry ice.
Yeah.
So we thought that this would be a good moment to talk about prioritizing nightlife when you travel versus daytime activities. And
I recognize that when we used to travel, we could do both.
Pre-kids, you mean? Like
Pre-kids, yes.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, with kids, way too exhausting. At the end of the, like going to Disney or something like that for the day, we were done by 9 o'clock.
I definitely have a preference for daytime activities when traveling, even before having kids.
Yeah.
Like, to me, what I like best about traveling is exploring the city, cultural experiences, or learning about the history, going to museums, restaurants, like all of that kind of stuff. I don't know, I just feel like the nightlife stuff, I've never really been that concerned about. Although it is fun. It's definitely fun to do it.
And I probably like
from
it more
time
than
to
you
time.
do, like going gambling or when we're on the cruise ship. I like to stay out later at night.
Yeah, when I get tired and I'm ready for bed, I'm like, I'm done, I'm out. I mean, I do find traveling to be tiring, right? Like, it's a lot of sensory experience, but it is fun to occasionally go out to a cocktail bar.
Well, particularly here in Vegas, where nightlife really does seem to dominate. Like this morning, there's nobody around.
No.
And now it is absolutely buzzing.
Everyone's out, yeah.
Lots going on. And we'll be up now for hours, right? Like early morning.
Yeah. We won't be. The city will be awake and up for hours. But yeah, we're just going to have fun having our cocktails, and then we're going to go have dinner and enjoy our little taste of Vegas nightlife.
I can't tell you how excited I am to be here at Canyon Ranch Spa. The moment that I realized that Canyon Ranch was the spa in the Venetian, which is where we're staying, I knew this had to be part of the trip. The original location for Canyon Ranch, the one that's in Arizona, has been on my bucket list absolutely for ages, and I very much hope to go there someday. What I always loved about the Canyon Ranch approach is how holistic it is. It's a real focus on complete mind, body, spirit wellness. It's not just like a quick spa treatment or a pedicure. It's so much more than that. It's really about wellness, and they've been a pioneer in that field for a long time. So I can't wait for my treatment today, and I probably won't be able to film in there due to privacy concerns, but I will tell you all about it afterward. And right now, Ken is relaxing in the room. He's probably gonna go head down and check out the hot tub, but I'll connect up with him later. This was fun because I got to get a little taste of what Canyon Ranch is like. It's all about their approach. It's so much more than just like a pampering place. What they really seek to do is to improve your wellness completely, like your holistic wellness. So mind, body, and spirit. It's like coming at things from all the angles. So I had this comprehensive fitness and wellness assessment. I have all of this information now about like my biological age and my fitness level and body composition. Like just
sounds horrible.
So
Who wants to know that?
Yeah, I mean, some of it is hard to hear. I won't lie. But it's good because information is power. They give you a full plan. So I'm now armed with a plan of how to optimize things and to maximize the stuff that I am already doing well, you know, how to take that to the next level. There's a bit of good news, a bit of bad news. My biological age for my strength was like 27 or something completely insane. So that
Something completely like you don't memorize that number.
Okay, you got it. I memorized that number.
Yeah.
And I
It's
said to her,
like
you legitimately
27.
just made my day. No, I know, it's 27 and I'm going to be telling a lot of people that. But also like the facility itself was amazing. Even though it's just like a Canyon Ranch within the Venetian, must just be a satellite of what the Canyon Ranch experience is like. But it was huge. 2 different restaurants, a juice bar, just a ton of different places
Plays into
within
the
it.
scale of everything here.
Yes.
So, well, Kim was at the spa. I went to the pool, and there's 7 different pools, 4 different hot tubs, and it just goes on.
Yeah, in the spa, they also have sauna. They have a whole like thermal suite, showers and the laconium and the salt room and just like the full experience. So it was absolutely just mind-blowingly amazing.
We are here at the famous dancing fountains at the Bellagio to end our trip. This is our last night here in Vegas, and it's been a really fun trip. And it's also been really fun to take you along with us to talk about and to explore what it means to travel as a couple.
And we thought we'd finish off outside the Bellagio, just like in Ocean's 11,
yes.
where they had their heist and made off with the casino's money. Similar to them, we made off with all the casino's money as well.
We did.
Yeah, $27.
$27.
That's right. So they didn't see us coming. Maybe the next time we come, they'll be watching us.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you so much for coming along with us and for joining us. We'll see you in the next video.
Enjoy the fountain.
Yeah, we're going to enjoy the show now.